Hello, Cancerians. Welcome. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I am also a Cancer, so you are very welcome here. So, I'm tuning into the general energy of Cancer and not any one person's specific energies. If you would like a reading where I focus on your specific energies, there's a link in the description box below where you can schedule your own appointment. So, Cancers. In the past, you were in the energy of new beginnings, the Fool. Looks like in the past that I'm getting that this person closed the door behind them to something that was no longer for them and stepped out bravely, not having very much with them. Takes a lot of courage, maybe not knowing where they're going to land, but trusting. Okay. It looks like looks like you really got to work. Something in the past something that you've been working on, like a skill, your job. There's a lot of hard work. And you put a lot of work into this in the past. There's someone that you're ghosting, or someone's being ghosted in the past. Someone refusing to connect with someone. Oh, okay. Someone who's very challenging. They brought a lot of competition into the connection. And it looks like feels like you were caught off guard in some respects by how competitive and challenging this situation would be. It created a bit of defensiveness. Whatever this connection was, there was no emotional fulfillment. You had to abandon this connection and walk away. Again, so new beginnings with the Fool and then Eight of Cups. There's definitely a walking away and ghosting someone. There's no love, no real emotions. Feels like you might really, it feels very defensive, like not going to get hurt again. Like you were so hurt, so wounded that feels like I can't. I need to protect my heart. I can't allow in the possibility of someone re-wounding me. It feels like it's taken a long time to heal from this. Feels like this connection that you walked away from was an illusion, maybe delusion. Maybe you thought it was one thing and it really turned out to be another. It's hard to walk away from this, even when you saw that it was an illusion, because it walking away created a lot of fear and anxiety. Looks like you were there was just nothing good was going to come out of that connection. You were dealing with someone who is in their ego, that really lacked confidence. Feel like you saw the truth about this person and about this connection. Maybe even saw the truth of who you were, who you became in this connection. So, in present energy, Cancers, you are in the energy of harmony, 6, 6. Partnership. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Now I know when I see readings, which I love, there's such a wealth of tarot readings here on YouTube. And whenever someone's like, this new connections coming in fast change. I'm like, uh-huh. But I'm now going to say that with harmony, partnership, and 8 of Wands. Someone's coming in fast. Feels like it might be difficult for you to, feels like you're still wounded from this past relationship, and there's a part of you that's afraid of, weary of someone coming in and wanting to take your power away. I feel like whatever this connection is that you walked away from, it took so much of your energy, and you're taking care of yourself. And by keeping people out of that heart space, it feels like this is how I'm going to protect myself from getting hurt again, keeping people away. It might be hard to leave that belief that you're emotionally damaged, that you have so much baggage. It feels like a breakup. And there was just so much imbalance and disharmony. There's no communication. The message is that it's time to stop healing. Constantly looking at, it's like you've done the relationship autopsy over and over and over again, to the point where you're burnt out. This past relationship caused a lot of stagnation, and now doing this relationship autopsy is creating another. You left the connection, you stepped out of it, and you're making progress towards your abundance. And however, it's like you're, quite possibly you might be in another stagnant cycle of of healing. It's like a cycle adjacent to the relationship. You're no longer in that connection, but you're right next to it. You haven't moved on. And I feel like there's a lack of carefree energy. You've definitely leveled up. You've created a lot of boundaries. Your communication is much more direct. Doesn't feel like you're trying to flower things up. You've got a much less biased judgment. You're very independent. However, it's time to surrender, to let this go, to find a new perspective on, get out of this healing cycle and move into a new cycle. You were so brave in the past in this Fool energy, not having much, closing the door behind you and stepping out into the unknown. That took so much bravery. And so again, it feels like you're being asked to release. To have a more enlightened view that you're not going to repeat the same thing over and over again. You left that cycle. You left that energy. That things can be different. You can see things from a different perspective. Right now, with your finances, your work, maybe your health, there's a lack of balance. It feels like you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed right now. I get the feeling that this person coming in quickly can help you surrender, help you let go, give you a different perspective. They can help bring balance back. Feels like that's what you've been asking for. It'll help you heal from this heartbreak. This connection will help you release the pain, forgive, move on, recover. It's not a needing someone to heal. You have done a lot of healing. It's just that last step. Like, can you step out of the healing space and surrender into the unknown? Being open to something new, someone new. Someone who also wants to grow something in long term. Doesn't look like you're looking for in and out energy. You're not looking for wham bam, thank you, ma'am or sir. You're looking for something that's lasting, something that you can invest in and reap the rewards from. Feels like you're willing to invest in someone else, but you want to make sure that it's that they are on the same page. I like this. This feels like discernment, not rushing in and that lovey feeling that you could rush in and not notice red flags because your energy is enmeshed, and it feels so wonderful, and maybe get caught up in the sex and get in your feelings. It feels like using some discernment. Your higher self, Cancer, is in the energy of positive movement forward. 8 of Pentacles. Something that you've been working on. Focus on what you want. This guy in the person in the boat is sailing away to the light, his light, what lights him up towards positivity. He's not looking back. There's no gender in tarot, and just reads as a masculine energy. Maybe it's time to release the cycle, release the healing cycle, and to move towards calmer waters. Right now, your higher self is saying avoid conflict. Quite possibly avoiding conflict with this person you were connected with. It doesn't feel like you guys will ever see the story of what happened the same way. There's so your higher self is saying, let's agree to disagree. Keep your boundaries up. You are exhausted from this journey, from this new beginning, away from this connection. It has really created a lot of resilience within you. It does also, it feels like it's made you a little weary of believing that someone's, I don't know, just guarded. I just want to say it's taken a lot of courage. Courage keeps coming up. You've had so much courage. You've learned new skills. You've been persistent. This has really tested your faith. And yet you keep showing up stronger. You've been living in the past with this relationship autopsy. Woo. Wow. Okay. It's time to move forward. Gain your freedom. It doesn't have to, another connection does not have to look like, feel like, be like this old connection. It can be something very new. You can have your own agreements, your own way of, conscious agreements with whoever you connect with. This is knowing, first of all, what it is that you want out of a connection. And then communicating with them. This is what I'm looking for. Are you looking for this as well? Not trying to seduce and yearn and pull someone in, but being very clear with that, clear boundaries and clear communication that you have in your energy in present time. You know how painful rejection is. You know how painful it feels to get wounded. So first up front, communicate and see if they're on the same page before you rush right in. Your challenge right now is Three of Pentacles, recognition and reward. Your challenge is to work with others. Your challenge is to trust that you can work with others. To allow blessings to come in. Feels like in your present energy right now, Cancer, that it's you haven't received the recognition that you so very much deserve. Maybe in this past connection, you were not seen. It's really painful to not be seen, not be understood. It's time for you to allow blessings to come in. It's time to release your challenges, to release negative thoughts, to release self-limiting beliefs, to accept all of who you are. Again, wow, again, I'm getting your challenges to release limiting beliefs, to detach, to really get your freedom. You've created a lot of healing from this. Your challenge is to enjoy your freedom, to allow people to come in who are blessings. You're right. There are things that are out of your control. And you never know if you allow someone in to that heart space. You don't know, is this going to lead to something successful that I'm wanting, or is this am I going to get my heart broken again? I'm getting that you've healed enough. It's time to open that heart up. Find your sense of humor. Yeah, that you can't control what you can't control. You have broken so many cycles. Your challenge is to let go of that self-doubt. Your challenge is to let go of wanting to punish this person in this past connection. Feels like it was a very punishing connection and left you very depleted physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And as you heal, as you heal and you're feeling better, the challenge is to not want to destroy that person. In this past relationship, it feels like you started out maybe on a very similar keel, maybe even a little bit in a better place than this person. And during the course of the relationship, the power dynamic was very unequal. And it took a lot to leave when you were feeling that low, when you were that low, maybe mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually depleted. And then this person's gone. And as you heal, your energy rises. Maybe you can even sense that this person is more here somehow, somewhere below your energy. And there's, now that you've healed, you want to enact maybe some type of vengeance. Your challenge is to let go of the betrayal. That's a lot of betrayal. Those are a lot of swords in the back. Overkill for sure. You have some deep wounds. You've suffered great losses. Your challenge is to, it feels like you've healed and you've taken those swords one at a time and healed those wounds out of your back. And it's time to work on you. Don't know if you can hear the music. Left the window open for today, and that's a great place to end this reading. It's time to loosen up, get back into your funky groove, to work on you, to let go of the past, let the past be behind you, take the wisdom that you've learned from all of this, and allow some fun to come in. You deserve it. So, all right, Cancers, thank you so much for your time and energy. Bye, everybody.